Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
We shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school,
juniors,
champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon as we get you set for a little K-Hawk hockey action here tonight on the K-Hawk Sports Network as your Collinsville K-Hawks get ready to take on the team from Freeburg, Waterloo. My name is Todd Duke. Welcome into the pregame show brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the K-Hawks come into this contest with a record of 4-1 underneath their first-year head coach Craig Duffy. Freeburg Waterloo, the Raging Bulldogs is what they're called. They're coached by Scott Roberts, and he has his team at 2-1-1 so far this year. And this is the sixth year as the head coach of Freeburg Waterloo for Mr. Roberts, and he brings with him a record of 81, 25, and 3. Kahawks, they are coming off of a 11-1 win Tuesday night against East Alton Wood River. Andy Bennett and Tanner Bettis each had a hat trick in that contest. Lincoln Duffy had 2 goals, and then you had single goals from Eric Denny, Austin Zagorski, Glennon Bennett. So a lot of Kahawks got in on the scoring in that contest. That, however, came on the heels of the Kahawks' first and only loss thus far this year. 8-2 loss to the defending Cup champion Granite City Warriors. Granite City, by the way, if you forget, beat Freeburg Waterloo in last year's final 2-1. Each team won a game via the shootout in the first 2 games, and then Granite City took game number 3, 5-4 to take last year's championship. The Raging Bulldogs, they come out of the gates with a big 10-0 shutout of Edwardsville in their season opener. Freeburg Waterloo followed that win up with their only loss, a 5-3 setback to Belleville before settling for a 3-3 tie against O'Fallon last Thursday, and then the Raging Bulldogs got back in the win column with a 12-0 shellacking of Highland back on Monday night. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville's head coach Craig Duffy. We'll pass along that conversation to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahawk Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. More hockey coming your way tonight as the season is now into its second full week as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the team from Freeburg, Waterloo. Joining us now, Collinsville's first-year hockey head coach, Craig Duffy. Let's go backwards in time, Coach. I know that you guys don't like to talk about past games. You're more focused on now and all that stuff, but since we weren't there, let's go back to the Granite City game. Your only loss of the year so far. Tell us about that game.
Well, we knew going into it they were going to be a tough opponent. They're always bring their A game. They're a tough team to play against, so we knew we had a challenge ahead of us. We thought we came out a good first period, even though we were down 2-0. We thought we were pushing the play a little bit, attacking the puck and getting some chances in their end. And then about midway through the second, we were down by a goal, 3-2. We thought we were in a good spot. And then the last couple minutes of the second period, we made some costly mistakes. And in the third period, we pushed a little bit harder to try and get back into it, and we just couldn't keep up. So it was good for the sense of a coaching's perspective that we got to see some things that we need to work on, but we also got to see some things that were good in our favor. So it was a good game. It's only a season game, not a postseason game, so just got to remind everybody of that.
Yeah, they're a tough team. They're the defending champions for a reason.
Absolutely. Yep. Like I said, they bring their A game every single time. And I feel like we matched the work ethic, and I feel like we matched the grit, so it was a good game. Even though the score was 8-2, it was a good game.
All right, so then we transferred to the next day. You turned it right around, man, and a big victory over East Alton Wood River. Tell us about that game.
Well, with that game, we just kind of pushed the night before out of our minds to just focus on what lie ahead, and we came out ready to play. We were had more advantage from a size and speed perspective, so we used that to our advantage. And all in all, by the end of the day, it was pretty much in our favor.
All right, let's talk about a couple of individuals. Tanner Bettis right now is leading your team with 10 goals. No surprise, but I'm kind of surprised at how many goals.
I'm not. I feel like he creates a lot of time and space because of his big frame and his skating ability. He's also got a heck of a large amount of skill. So put those together, and he's going to get a lot of scoring opportunities.
Got a couple of hat tricks in that East Alton Wood River game, too.
Yes, Andy Bennett got one as well. He's a hard-working individual. It was nice to see him get those goals. He goes hard to the net, not afraid to go to the net, and that's where you got to be to score goals.
I've only seen a couple of games so far, but I'm very impressed with the neutral zone play. You guys don't spend a lot of time in there. Once you get that puck, you try to get out.
Yeah, that's kind of a key for our play. We don't want to spend a lot of time there. If we're going to transition, we want to transition fast. We want to get through the neutral zone quickly and then get some sustained pressure in the offensive zone.
Landon Radel, your freshman goaltender, man. I'm very impressed with what I've seen from him so far.
Yes, he's really grown quite a bit in the past year. There's a lot on his plate, and I feel like he's handled it really well. He's made some big saves for us, especially in the Granite game. He had a couple, I think, breakaways that he stopped for us as well. So he's been solid so far.
Let's talk about special teams for a moment. How much time do you spend in practice on special teams, whether being a man down or being a man up?
Well, we kind of incorporate that into our drills. So we might start 3-on-3 and then end up 4-on-3, but not tell anybody, certain things like that. It might be a build-up drill where we start 1-on-1 and then add another one on one team, make it 2-on-1, and they got to communicate to one another. So we kind of filter it in throughout the practices. We don't necessarily have too many things we set up, but we have some fun with it from time to time. I'm not going to share it.
Talk to me about the other side of that and your guys going to the penalty box. I saw a little bit of that at that Alton game the last time I was with you guys.
Yes, it gets a little heated from time to time, although I will say from last year to this year, it's been a much cooler heads on the bench. We've learned to control ourselves a lot better. And one of the skills that we're trying to work on this year with individuals is being mentally tough. And even though that's not something we practice on the ice, it's something we have to be if we're going to be competitive and not let little things get to us to where we end up in the box and shorthanded.
All right, you got Freeburg Waterloo here tonight, man. They have been a formidable foe for the last couple of years. They were in the finals last year and lost to Granite City in a very hard-fought 3-game series. So this is going to be a tough one, and you guys not only get them tonight, you got to turn around and face them again Monday.
That's correct. So we got 2 within a few days here. We're using Monday as our gauge as far as what we need to do better. Like I said, it was good for us coaches to see and for the players to see as well. So we made some adjustments. We've talked about a few things, and at the end of the day, we have to execute. So that's what it's come down to, is executing.
What do you want to see out of your team tonight?
I want to see grit and hard work like we did on Monday. I also want to see us not try and be so perfect and instead just get it in our head we want to limit mistakes and not be perfect. So that if we're trying to be perfect all the time, that's usually when the big mistakes happen. So if we can just streamline things on the ice and tell ourselves we want to make the easy play and not necessarily worry about winning the game in the first period.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Craig Duffy, your Collinsville Kahok hockey head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Starters for both sides. That'll head your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Once again, welcome back to the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon as we get you ready for this contest between Collinsville and Freeburg Waterloo. Zamboni's been out and done its thing, and the referees just came out of the locker rooms and put the goals on their moorings, and Freeburg Waterloo just took the ice. We're waiting for Collinsville to take the ice so they can start the 3-minute warm-up clock, and I don't know if you heard it in the background, but the buzzer just went man, man, man like 3 times. I'm thinking they're trying to get Collinsville out of their locker room so they can get things going on here because, there was a 9 o'clock game here as well. And there's the K-Hawks coming out of their locker room right now. Okay, so we're going to have a few minutes left here in the pregame festivities while these two teams take their warm-up skates. And as soon as Collinsville hits the ice, the clock starts, and their 3 minutes are underway. So let's take a look back at the history between these two clubs, at least since the 2015-16 season. Freeburg Waterloo is 15-6-1 versus Collinsville since that 15-16 season. They lost 4 times to the Raging Bulldogs last year. 0-2 in the regular season and then 0-2 in last year's semifinals. The Freeburg Waterloo team outscored Collinsville in all 4 games last year, 38-19. The last win for Collinsville over Freeburg Waterloo was in the semifinals of the 2019-2020 season. Collinsville won game 1, 3-2 in that best-of-3 series, but Freeburg Waterloo won the next 2 games, and then they moved on to the finals where, again, they ended up losing to Granite City. The last regular season win by Collinsville was in the 2018-2019 season. It was January of 2019. Collinsville beat Freeburg Waterloo twice that month, 5-2 and 6-3. And that one tie I told you about, that took place all the way back in 2017. That was a 1-1 tie. The Bulldogs, by the way, the Raging Bulldogs, they have not suffered through a losing season since that 2015-2016 season when they went 10-13-1. They lost 10 games the following year. Since that 2016-2017 season, they have not lost more than 7 games in one season. They went 24-4-1 last year, and again, 2 of those 4 losses came in the Cup final against Granite City. So that ought to tell you a little bit about what you know about Freeburg Waterloo. Logan Gans, if you remember that name, he was a thorn in the side of the K-Hawks over the last couple of years, but he graduated over the past year, so he is no longer here with them, but the Raging Bulldogs bring plenty of firepower along with them. Their leading goal scorer right now is Connor Blair. He comes in with 6 goals, and Freeburg Waterloo has played 1 less game than Collinsville has. K-Hawks are playing in their 6th game, and this is the 5th game of the year for the Raging Bulldogs. For Collinsville, you might have heard me mention it in the pregame show, Tanner Bettis leads the K-Hawks with 10 goals on the year, and then you have a couple more with 6. That would be Andy Bennett and Eric Denny. Both have 6, and again, that ties the team leader for Freeburg Waterloo and Connor Blair. That's about all the information I have to impart on you. We still have to go through the national anthem, and the starting rosters will be announced in just a moment, so one more commercial break coming your way, and then we'll pass along those starters to you on the other side of this timeout on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former K-Hawk graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions. Kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways. Let Hayden Interior LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors LLC, on budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud sponsor of your Collinsville Kahawks on the Kahok Sports Network. For all of your investment needs, see Jason Regg at his Edward Jones office at 1008 Vandalia Street in Collinsville, or call Jason at 618-344-0252 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. And once again, we welcome you back to the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon, Illinois. And my name is Todd Duke. We have Mr. Heath Yaxtis on the camera for us tonight. And although you won't hear from her, we have Kylie Keekley joining us from the Kahok Broadcasting Club. She's tagged along to find out how everything works. So she's standing right next to me with the headphones on, listening in. So we appreciate her being here, too. All right, here are your starters for Freeburg Waterloo. You have Faith Burton, a right winger. On left wing, you have Zach Bonenberger. On the centering line, you have Michael Gildehouse. Your defensemen are Braden Ritchie and Caden Anderson, and in goal is Matthew Bushy. As we are underway, Collinsville already puts a shot on goal and a save by Bushy. We'll give you the goaltending stats in just a moment. Collinsville, they counter with left winger Tanner Bettis, right winger Andy Bennett. Your centerman is Lincoln Duffy, and your defenseman is Ian Yaxtis, the son of our camera operator, Mr. Heath Yaxtis, and Eric Denny, and in goal once again is Landon Radel for Collinsville, and he occupies the goal to your left, and that's where Collinsville swings it around the back of their goal, and they'll send it up to their defensive blue line and get it to Duffy. Duffy gets it onto the stick of Bettis. Bettis comes up the right wing, now through the right faceoff circle, throws one back behind the net. Duffy tried to pick it up, but that puck never made it that far as the Raging Bulldogs get a hold of it. As the Collinsville defense has an answer, they'll send it across the ice, and that is Denny, and he is in offside, and we have a whistle. And it comes with 13:19 left to play here in this first period. Big congratulations to Paul Goldschmidt, Goldie, winning the National League MVP award for your St. Louis Cardinals. So it's nice to get an MVP from the St. Louis Cardinals. First time since Albert Pujols did that before he left back in 2011. And the Blues are back in action tonight, riding a 4-game winning streak. 3 of those came on the road. They're back at home taking on Washington right now. And as of right now, the Blues have themselves a 3-0 lead. Pavel Buchnevich has scored a goal. And nice to see that the Blues are off and running big time here. So, while we're in a hockey mode, why don't we talk a little bit about Kahok hockey. Here comes Freeburg Waterloo. They try to put a shot on goal. That's blocked by Lee on the defense. And the rebound comes out, and that one's a shot and a score by Blair. And Freeburg Waterloo strikes first. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Raging Bulldogs. That comes with 12:47 left to play here in this opening period. And Collinsville will have to play catch up. And here they come trying to do just that. Denny enters from the right wing side and a shot on goal, and Bushy turns that one away with the pads. Rebound belongs to Freeburg Waterloo. They bring it up across the ice. Here once again is Connor Blair. And Collinsville intercepts it. They'll send it all the way around the boards, and it'll go all the way down the ice, but it was touched by Ritchie over here on this near sideboard, so no icing call. And then the Freeburg Waterloo team comes away with it again. And here once again is Blair. Blair enters on the right side, throws a pass up and a little backhand shot, and that one's in by Gildahouse. And just like that, Freeburg Waterloo has themselves a 2-0 lead, and that came just 37 seconds after the Blair goal. And the Kahawks are going to find themselves already 2 goals down here before we have even gotten past the 2-minute mark. By no means whatsoever that I think this game was going to be an easy game, even with the graduation of Mr. Gann. So Freeburg Waterloo, they are a formidable foe, as I mentioned earlier. Here is Bettis coming in on the right side, and that one goes up into the netting, so we'll draw a whistle, and the faceoff will come out to the left of Matthew Bushy. Bushy, 126 minutes thus far. He is 2-1. He's given up only 6 goals so far on the year and has a goals against average of just 1.43. He's made 42 saves, and his save percentage is right at 93%. For Landon Radel, he is 4-1 on the year, 63 saves, 14 goals allowed. His goals against average is right at 5, and his save percentage is just a touch under 82%. So Collinsville will have their work cut out for him here in this one tonight. Over in the far side corner, it goes to Bettis. That one's popped up in the air, lands behind the Freeburg Waterloo net. Bennett, Glennon Bennett that is, trying to save it in. He pinches in from the blue line and does just that, keeps it in, and a shot taken there by Kittstein, and that one never made it all the way through. As right now, Collinsville is being outshot 4-1 here in this first period, with 2 goals already in the back of the net for Freeburg Waterloo. Over in the far side corner, a little scramble for the puck, and the Raging Bulldogs come away with it, and they'll send it all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing call. 11:17 left to play here in this opening period. 2-0 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. Hope you are nice and comfortable on a Thursday night. Kind of chilly, but man, there's a cold front moving through tonight, and it's going to drop the temperatures down even colder tomorrow. Looking at like 22 waking up tomorrow morning. In the teens Saturday morning. I'm not ready for this, man. It's too early for this kind of cold weather. This is like January weather, and we're in the middle of November. Puck into this near side corner, and trying to wrestle it out of there is Andy Bennett. He does so, but then it banks off the skates of one of the Freeburg players. Comes in the slot. Bennett couldn't find a handle on it for a shot, so the Raging Bulldogs come away with it. Bounces off of another skate. Collinsville takes over. They'll sled it back through the neutral zone, and then over on the far side, another takeover job there by Freeburg Waterloo, but a nice job poking that puck away by Austin Whitaker, but he couldn't keep his feet. Collinsville comes in, and Andy Bennett unable to get a shot from that left faceoff circle. He'll send it up the boards, and then he'll get it right back, take an off-balance shot, and I believe that one hit the leg of Austin Whitaker, so it never did make it. That one's a shot from the high blue line by Denny, and it got tipped away at the last second by the Freeburg defense. And Collinsville comes back through neutral ice. Here is Denny. Denny puts a shot high and wide on the far side post, and that'll come all the way out the other side. The Axis will take over at the red line. Back into the defensive zone. He'll send it over this way for Tanner Bettis. Bettis will circle with it for a moment as we have played 4 minutes here in this first period. 2-0 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. Here's Duffy. He gets shoulder right into the chest area. That knocks his shot off balance, and Bettis goes over in the corner to try to track that puck down. And Duffy with behind the net and trying to center it out front for Kittstein, but it never did make it that far. And Bettis trying to wrestle that puck down again. Off of the glass, over onto the far side. That is where you'll find Faith Burton. Now Yaxtis slams it back up the boards over there. Duffy with it. He tries a centering pass, but there was no one there to collect it for Collinsville. Denny with it. He shot that puck from the point, but it never did make it all the way through. Here is Blair, who had the game's first goal. He's got a 1-on-2 opportunity and another backhand, and this time it is denied by young Mr. Radel off of the stick of Michael Gildehouse. That'll stop the clock with 9:19 left to play here in period number 1. 2-0 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. Each team has lost one game. Collinsville lost theirs to Granite City. Freeburg Waterloo lost theirs to Belleville. And the Raging Bulldogs also have a tie. That was against O'Fallon last week. Puck in through the neutral zone, right in front of the Freeburg Waterloo bench. Now back to neutral ice in front of the penalty boxes. There is Blair once again. He comes in from the right side. Nice poke check by Andy Bennett. And that one goes behind the Kahok net. And they're trying to pick it up over there. Tillman could not find the handle on that puck. Blair does. He gives it up for Burton. Burton sends it back behind the net to Blair. Blair over here in this near face-off circle. Loses the puck. And it's slung around the boards, but not out. Freeburg Waterloo doing a nice job keeping it in. Here is Glennon Bennett. Bennett couldn't control the puck, and it ends up being banked off of his stick and back out to the blue line. And now Freeburg Waterloo centers to Blair, and that one is off of the chest of Radel, and the rebound came all the way out, and that one shot down the ice by Collinsville for an icing call. Into the first period at Enterprise Center. Blues lead the Washington Capitals 3-0. 8:23 left. Face-off off to Radel's left. And into the corner it goes for Denny. Denny circles out of the way. Has to split a couple of defensemen. Nice pass up to the center line, and losing control of the puck was Bettis. He gets it back, slides a pass over to the left face-off circle, but Collinsville couldn't do anything with that one. And Freeburg Waterloo comes away with it, but then Collinsville pokes it back through neutral ice. And now the Kahawks trying to head back south and try to keep this going into a north-south direction. It goes back behind the Kahawks net. Here is Denny. Up against the boards, over there in that far side corner. Denny gets it back. He's coming in on the left wing. Skates it toward the middle. High slot shot. That one went right over the shoulder of Bushy. And then it comes back to neutral ice. 7:35 left to play here in this opening period. 2-0 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. Here is Denny. Cross ice pass trying to find Whitaker, but Whitaker saw it at the last second, couldn't stop it. Now Freeburg Waterloo enters the offensive zone. They bring it up over on the left-hand circle to Richie. Richie tries a centering pass, but it goes through everybody. And now we got a guy out there, looks like he has electrical tape for his number on his back. Number 73. That is Zach Boneberger. And a little scramble up front. Shot and a save, and then a goal on the other side. A little backdoor send-home pass. And that was scored by Cohen Reynolds, and that makes it 3-0 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. 7:05 left to play here in this first period. And the Kahawks have a big mountain to climb now. Being outshot 8-2 are the Kahawks. Face-off won by Duffy, but Freeburg Waterloo is the ones who come away with it. It's sent up into the neutral zone, and Collinsville will take it over from there. Here is Kyle Lee. Lee, his pass didn't find the right mark, and then he puts his body into one of the Freeburg Waterloo players and made him pay. Collinsville pokes it back through neutral ice once again. Duffy trying to chase it down, but getting there first was Jason Jarlsberg. And now a slot and a shot by Collinsville, and that one didn't find the mark. I believe that was Zamoroni. There's a little backhand shot. Collinsville, Radel saves that one, and then it's shoved out of the way by Glennon Bennett. And Collinsville takes over. Andy Bennett up to the neutral zone, off of Duffy's stick into the far side, near side corner. Freeburg Waterloo gets there first. Here is Collinsville. Bennett, he does a little move, and a shot no good. And then Freeburg Waterloo pokes it out of the way. Through the neutral zone we go to once again. 6 minutes to go here in this opening period. Another shot from far out by Freeburg Waterloo and a save by Radel. Back behind the net, the puck goes. Collinsville picks it up, and here is Glennon Bennett. He uses the boards to bank it off the boards, and he gets it up onto the stick of Kitstein. Kitstein, he comes in all alone. Got all 5 Freeburg Waterloo players back there waiting for him. And now the Raging Bulldogs come out, and Collinsville has men back. And that shot goes well wide. And Collinsville shoves it back through the neutral zone once again, where it is taken over by Caden Anderson for the Raging Bulldogs. Kyle Lee over in the far side corner. He grabs it back behind his own net, puts it over into the corner for Burton. Burton centers it, but Collinsville was there to pick it off. Here is Denny. Denny racing up the ice with a full head of steam and then had the puck poked right off of his stick by Ritchie. Here is Blair. He comes in on the left wing. A shot and a save by Radel. Rebound was also a save. Collinsville comes away with the next rebound, and they'll bring it back through the neutral zone again, and all the way down the ice it'll go for an icing call. 5 minutes to go here in this first period, 3-0 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. Face-off will come out to Radel's right. And it'll be Bennett versus Burton, I think. No, might have been Burton. Down across the line it goes again. This time no icing call. Bettis gets there first. He centers it, but it's picked off by Ritchie. Or excuse me, that would be Anderson. And then another steal. Here is Bettis. He has to get around one defender, splits the defenders, can't get the shot off because the puck was taken off of his stick. Here comes Blair. He already has one goal, looking for more. Comes in from the left side. Nice poke check there by Denny. Radel couldn't cover up the puck. It comes back to the neutral zone where it is gloved down by Ritchie. Ritchie tries to slide a pass up to one of his teammates, but Collinsville picks that off, and now a loose puck right at the center faceoff circle. And Denny will take over for Collinsville over in the far side corner. Up the boards it goes, and that is going to be an icing call. That'll stop the clock with 4:08 left to play here in this first period. 3-0 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. They're out shooting Collinsville right now 13-3. Face-off this time will come out to Radel's left. And it's won by Freeburg Waterloo, but they can't keep it in the zone. It skips across the blue line, goes into the Collinsville offensive zone. Kahawks couldn't get there in time to keep it down there. Freeburg Waterloo comes away with it. And a little backhand pass in the neutral zone will keep them pushing forward into the offensive zone. A shot, and that one skipped right off the top of the net, didn't it? And it's still on the top of the net, or did it go in? It went in. I didn't see a lot of celebrating going on there. Anna Lugie with that shot. 4-0 in favor of the Raging Bulldogs. And they're pouring it on now here with a 4-goal first period thus far. And we still have just a little bit under 4 minutes to go here in this first period. So Anna Lugie picks up her 6th goal of the year. That would have tied her with Connor Blair, but Blair has already had a goal in this game as well, so now he has 7. And it all adds up to a 4-0 deficit for your Kahawks. They're going to have a tough time tonight unless they can figure out how to get that puck up the ice and get some shots on goal. Here is Reynolds. He'll put a shot toward the goal. That's a save by Radel, and it comes out. Collinsville swings and misses on the rebound, and that allows Freeburg Waterloo to keep it in the zone. And it's banked off the glass, and once again, Neff keeps it in this time. Kyle Lee got it, though. He'll send it up into the boards, and he has his stick held. No call on the play. And now a loose puck back behind the Kahawk net. And Glennon Bennett trying to wrestle it away over there from Freeburg Waterloo. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up. And it looks like it's going to be a cross-checking penalty, and that one is going to go against Collinsville. So with the Kahawks already down 4-0, they're going to find themselves a player short, as heading into the penalty box was Kyle Lee. So power play opportunity here for Freeburg Waterloo. We really didn't need them to get a power play. 4-0 in favor of the Raging Bulldogs already. Faceoff will come out to the right of Radel. And once again, it'll be Blair versus Bennett. Bennett wins that one. Collinsville gets the puck, trying to shoot it up the ice. Can't do it. Anderson intercepts it at the blue line. He takes a shot. That's off of the shins of Bennett. And over into the far side corner, Glennon Bennett trying to track the puck down. And he can't. Freeburg Waterloo, they come away with it off of these near side boards. Here's Anderson once again. He'll put a shot toward the goal, but it banks again off of Andy Bennett's shins and goes a little bit wide all the way back to the blue line where it's kept in. Freeburg Waterloo, and that one banks off of Loogie, and luckily for Collinsville, the bank shot ended up right on the stick of one of their players, and the Kahawks send it down the ice to relieve the pressure. And Matthew Bushy holds on to it for a whistle. 2:10 left to play here in period number 1. So far, it's been all Freeburg Waterloo here in this first period. Faceoff will come out to Bushy's left. Bennett and Blair once again. This one won by the Raging Bulldogs, and Dickey sends it up the boards to Blair. Blair circles and then sends it back to Dickey. Dickey tries to poke it across the red line, but Collinsville got there first, and Glennon Bennett sends it back down into the opposite zone. Collinsville trying to kill off more of this power play time. Right now, 1:05 left in the man advantage here for Freeburg Waterloo. Anderson from the red line sends it up to the blue line, but Collinsville's Denny picks it off on a nice move, and he comes across looking for a little short-handed goal here. He tries to get around the defender, couldn't do it, and the play kind of log jammed there in front of the Raging Bulldogs bench. Here is Loogie. Loogie comes in. She already has one goal. Throws it over there in the corner. Glennon Bennett goes to chase it down. Up to his brother Andy. Andy tries to get it out of there, but that's knocked down by a stick, I think, from one of his own players, as the Kahawks were trying to clear the zone here with the Freeburg Waterloo team up by a man. 25 seconds left to go on the power play here for the Raging Bulldogs. Here is Bettis. Bettis races it up the ice, sends a cross ice pass onto the stick of Denny. Denny tries to put a shot on goal. It never made it. And a loose puck that's picked up by Ritchie. And back behind the net, Collinsville, another shot, and that one's up against the side of the cage. Into this near side corner it goes. Andy Bennett trying to track it down. Just a few seconds left in the penalty, and Collinsville will be back to full strength. Here is Denny. High slot, shot, never made it through. Penalty is over. Kyle Lee is out of the box. Kahawks survive the power play by Freeburg Waterloo. Here is Blair. He's tripped up at the blue line, and I didn't see the referee raise his hand, so I don't think it's going to be called a penalty, but it was offside. 36.7 seconds left to play here in this first period. Collinsville trails 4-0, but staving off a power play opportunity by Freeburg Waterloo ought to give a little confidence boost there to Collinsville. Into the Kahawks defensive zone, that faceoff goes, and Denny will go track it down, and he'll poke it back up through the neutral zone. Freeburg Waterloo, though, they corral it, and Griffin couldn't hold on to it. That one's off the glass. Collinsville trying to chase it down with 20 seconds to go here in the first period. The Axis will get a hold of it. He'll send it up the near side boards, but not out. Knocked down. Zamoroni couldn't get there either, and here is a shot. That one's saved by Radel. Collinsville just trying to get out of this first with no further damage done. They'll send the puck up the ice onto the stick of Lincoln Duffy. Duffy will send it through the neutral zone, and that'll do it for period number 1. Period number 1 owned by Freeburg Waterloo. They lead this thing 4-0 as we take a break and get you back here for period number 2 in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Back here at the McKendree Recplex in O'Fallon, Illinois. I am Todd Duke. Heath the Axis is on the camera. We have young Mrs. Kylie Keekley here as well. Part of the Kahawk Broadcasting Club, just checking things out, learning some stuff. And what we've learned so far is Collinsville is down 4-0 after the first period of play. Outshot 15-3 by Freeburg Waterloo in that first period. Freeburg Waterloo 0 for 1 on the power play. As we get ready for period number 2, we switch ends of the ice. So Landon Radel to your right, Matthew Bushy to your left. Face-off, won by Freeburg Waterloo. They try to penetrate the zone. They can't. Picked up by Collinsville. A shot from far out by Bettis that goes wide. And it comes up to the blue line where it's kept in by Kyle Lee. He gets it onto the stick of Duffy, who finds Bettis. Duffy takes a shot and he scores. That was a nice feed from Bettis. Duffy was all alone in the slot, and he sent that one home no problem whatsoever. And Collinsville gets one of those back. Lincoln Duffy gets Collinsville on the board. Just about a minute 15 into this second period. Duffy scores his 3rd goal of the year. Bettis with a nice assist. So the Kahawks on the board. Now I need to keep that kind of momentum going. Here is Bettis. He enters over on the right side, comes through the high slot, puts a shot well wide. That one goes all the way around the boards, and then Kitstein sends it back into the corner. Here is Andy Bennett. Tried to center it to Bettis, but standing in his way was Braden Neff. And then the Freeburg Waterloo team gets it out of harm's way. Collinsville sends it back through neutral ice. Here is Bettis again. He gets bumped off the puck. Freeburg Waterloo takes over. They come across the center red line. Here is Reynolds. Reynolds lost the puck. It goes into the zone anyway. And luckily for the Raging Bulldogs, that was onside. As Collinsville trying to re-corral the puck, they do so. Here is Bettis. Bettis, he comes through the neutral zone. And the high slot trying to put on a couple of nice moves, and then Collinsville and Andy Bennett gets knocked down, but the puck doesn't get very far as Bennett comes up with it again, sends it back across the red line. Burton had it, didn't know it was behind him. Here is Reynolds. Reynolds will take a shot and a save by Radel. Denny with the rebound over on the far side will send it into the neutral zone. Loogie almost picked that one off, but Collinsville stays with it, and then Loogie ends up getting it. She'll throw it over the blue line, then try to chase it down. Denny beats her to it. Denny circles, sends one back across the neutral zone, and Ritchie will take care of it for the Raging Bulldogs. Shoved into the offensive zone as Kyle Lee will go chase it back down behind his own net. He'll send it up the boards. Loogie picks it up from there. And a centering pass to Blair didn't materialize in a shot. Back to Loogie in the corner. She'll skate around with it over in that near circle faceoff zone, and then off the backboards it goes all the way to the other side for Ritchie. Ritchie will send it up to that corner. It goes back behind the Kahawk net where Loogie tries to poke it out forward but couldn't stay with it. Now a centering pass, but no one there wearing the orange sweaters. And Collinsville sends it back down the ice, but that is going to be an icing call. And the faceoff will come all the way back down in front of Landon Radel. 11:33 left to play here in this second period. 4-1 in favor of the Raging Bulldogs, but Collinsville got one of those back here early in this second period. And trying to capitalize, build on that momentum. Face off here to the left of Radel. Won by Collinsville. Here's Denny. Off the glass, down the ice. Tillman trying to chase it down. He can't get there before the defenseman Anderson does. Now in front, a shot by Duffy. Couldn't find the mark. It went a little bit wide. Comes all the way out to the near sideline, or far sideline, excuse me. And Collinsville couldn't keep it in. Here is Denny. He gets shoved from behind, but he stayed on his feet. Corrals the puck. Comes in over onto the right side. Cuts it back toward the middle, then back at the face-off circle. Takes a shot that goes wide. Far side post. Back out here to the blue line. Duffy takes care of it. Over to Yaxtis. Yaxtis tries to throw one into the high slot. Never found anybody wearing the Kahawk colors. All the way around the boards it goes, and in front of the Kahawk bench, it is Denny. He sends it back to where it came from. In front. Oh, perfect opportunity there for Preston Tillman, but the puck never found him there sitting in the slot. Here is Denny. He'll take a shot from long distance. That goes over everybody's head. And then back behind the net, Lincoln Duffy. Duffy ended up getting knocked down, almost laid on top of the puck for a little while. And then over into the far side dasher boards it goes. And through the neutral zone where Collinsville intercepts it, sends it back to the blue line, but the Kahawks couldn't pick it up from there. Over on the far side, Kitstein popped that puck up in the air. It comes down, and Denny will take it. He enters through the left wing, but he enters offside, as I do believe that Austin Whitaker was in over the blue line before He was. 10:08 left to play here in this second period. Collinsville trailing by 3 goals, 4-1. Being outshot right now, 16-4. Face-off just in front of the Kahok bench, won by Collinsville. Lee pokes it all the way down into the offensive zone. Collinsville will play a little dump and chase, and Zamoroni couldn't quite get there in time. It comes back to the blue line, and Lee, he'll send a wicked shot. That's a little bit wide of everybody, but nevertheless dangerous. If it banks off a body part the right way, you never can tell. Those can go in. Here is Glennon Bennett. Couldn't keep it in over there on the blue line. It's picked up by Freeburg Waterloo, but Collinsville does a little back checking there, and they'll send it through the neutral zone. Zamoroni couldn't corral it down. Here is Kyle Lee. Lee sends it over to the far side of the ice, and Glennon Bennett gets there first. Got a stick on it, but at the same time, Freeburg Waterloo got a stick on it as well. Comes out here into the neutral zone, where it is picked up and then picked off by Andy Bennett. But the Raging Bulldogs knock it back into their offensive zone anyway. Kyle Lee on the defense, sends it over to the far side for his defensive partner, Glennon Bennett. Bennett sends it up to his brother, but it goes past him and finds Whitaker. And then Bennett finds it, comes in, onside, left face-off circle, tries a little backhand and tried to find Zamoroni over there on the back door, far post, but the puck never made it to him. Here's a loose puck in front, and Whitaker couldn't get the shot off. Here's a shot by Lee, and that is right into the glove of Bushy, and that'll stop the clock with 9:54 left to go here in period number 2. Been an exciting game so far, back and forth, lots of action. Just on the wrong end of the scoreboard are the Kahawks. Face-off will come out to Bushy's right. Won by Collinsville. Here is Bettis. Back behind the net, comes out with it into the far side face-off circle, then circles. Sends it back behind the net. Collinsville trying to throw it up front where Zagorski was just sitting there waiting and nobody around him. But it never made it that far. So Reynolds, he'll take over and bring it through the neutral zone. Then Collinsville collects the puck for a brief second, finds the stick of Reynolds once again. Reynolds comes in over on that far side face-off circle and got taken out there by Denny. No call on the play. And Collinsville rolls the puck all the way around the boards where it stopped at the blue line by Freeburg Waterloo, and then Radel will cover it up just outside of that far post. 8:17 to go here in period number 2. Everybody ready for Thanksgiving? I can't believe Thanksgiving is a week from today. It seems like yesterday it was Halloween. I'm like, where does the time go? Face-off on the far side, face-off circle. Won by Freeburg Waterloo, but they lose the puck, and Bettis comes away with it. Here comes Tanner across the red line into the offensive zone. Has a head of steam, but left that puck just a little bit too far on his backhand attempt, and it's taken over there by Freeburg Waterloo. Cohen Reynolds sends it up the ice, but that's going to be an icing call, so the faceoff will come back down in front of Bushy. As I mentioned, there is another game coming up here tonight. That'll be the game between Vianney and Belleville as the 9 o'clock game here tonight. So the Kahawks trail. Still looking for a little offensive zone work here. And they get it on there. They get a shot, and that's a save by Bushy. That ended up behind him, but never did cross from the blue paint into the white paint. Here is Denny. He circles in front of his own bench. High slot, takes a shot. That one never made it. Yaxis will try to keep it in over on the far side. He does, but that banks off of one of the ankles of one of the Freeburg players, and here's a breakaway. A shot and a save by Radel off of the stick of Braden Ritchie. That's the kind of stuff that'll get your team fired up right there. Breakaway chance by Ritchie, and the glove of Radel saved the day. Face-off will come out to Radel's right. And it'll be Bennett and Blair once again. Collinsville pokes that one up. Tillman almost blew a tire on those skates and managed to keep himself upright. Puck back behind the Kahawk net. Taken there by Freeburg Waterloo. Into this near side face-off circle. Over to the opposite face-off circle. Here is Loogie. Back out front we go. Shot toward the goal, never made it. That was off of one of the Kahok players, but they couldn't corral the puck to take it forward. And another chance here for Freeburg Waterloo, and nice job skating that in by Gildahouse, and then another score. And the Raging Bulldogs get that goal right back. So 5-1 now in favor of the Raging Bulldogs. Well, Collinsville might have had something going on there after that first goal, and they were pouring it on just a little bit more as this period has went along, but an unlucky bounce will do that to you. Here are the Bulldogs again coming in. High slot. Couldn't get the shot off. Collinsville comes away with it, but they can't get it out. That shot goes behind the Kahok net. And a battle for it there. Kyle Lee, he is being double teamed, but Collinsville comes away with the puck anyway. Here is Bettis. Bettis comes across the blue line into the near faceoff circle. Got taken off of his path, but stays with the puck anyway. Centers it. Oh, tries to center it. That missed its intended mark. Lee keeps it in the zone and sends it over into the far side corner where Kitstein tries to track it down. It's trapped up against the boards over there. Back for Collinsville and into the face-off circle. Kahawks can't find the handle on that puck to get a shot off. Kyle Lee, once again, keeps it in, but it doesn't stay in for very long. Here comes Freeburg Waterloo. They send the puck up ice, and here is Gildahouse. Couldn't get a shot off, and Kitstein, that's off of a skate blade belonging to Duffy. And here is Glennon Bennett. Bennett, he'll come across the blue line. Into the face-off circle. Back behind the net. He gets taken off the play. That was almost dangerous. And then a loose puck picked up by Freeburg Waterloo. They'll bank it high off the glass over on the far side, and then they'll make a line change. That allows Collinsville to take over the puck. They'll shoot it all the way through the zone. A little miss hit there, and it finds the stick of Andy Bennett. He gets a little shove from behind. That gets him off the mark. And I think in frustration, Bennett knocked the stick out of the hand of one of the players and sent it all the way up the ice. Around the dasher boards it goes, over to the far side, picked up by the Kahawks. Through the neutral zone. Whitaker trying to poke it up. He couldn't get there in time. Yaxtis, he'll find the puck. He'll put that head up and start surveying things, but he made a bad decision there. Ritchie gets the puck and a save by Radel. That came in and out of his glove. That was almost a dangerous rebound. And now Freeburg Waterloo into the high slot. Nice pick off there by Denny. He'll send it up the ice where he finds Zagorski, I believe. And now Bennett back to Yaxtis. 4:20 left to play here in this second period. 5-1 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. Up the boards it goes, past the stick of Whitaker. Collinsville with it. They have some numbers. Shot on goal. Saved by Bushy. Almost a backhand that was put in by Andy Bennett. Bennett had that puck knocked off of his stick. Comes back out in front of the Kahawk bench, trying to keep it in over there. And unable to was Ian Yaxtis. Here is Burton. Burton for Freeburg Waterloo sends a pass in front. And then that rebound was out there for a while and unable to send it home. Here is Anderson from the blue line. He takes a shot. That's shoved aside by Radel. Into this corner it goes over here on the near side. Yaxtis with it. Now we have a whistle on the play, and we're going to have a high sticking call. Not sure who it's against yet. Looks like it's going to go against Collinsville, and Andy Bennett shaking his head all the way to the penalty box. He didn't like the call. I didn't see the call, or I didn't see the penalty anyway, and Freeburg Waterloo will embark on their second power play of the night. Collinsville held them off the board in their first power play back in the first period. And now the Raging Bulldogs are going to get another opportunity here with the man advantage. Collinsville wins the faceoff, trying to get it out of the zone. They can't get the puck squared away on the stick, so Blair comes away with it. He'll take a no-look shot, but that's off of the shins of Lee. And then over against the far side boards, Bettis takes over, and he'll send it all the way down the ice to relieve some of that pressure and chew up some of that power play time. Over into the far side corner it goes, up the boards and through the neutral zone. Collinsville picks it up from there. They send it back up ice, but it didn't get very far. Here is Loogie. Loogie enters the zone. And off of the skates of Bettis onto the stick of Blair. Then over onto the far side. Freeburg Waterloo with it once again. Back to Anderson on defense. He takes a shot that never made it through. Another shot that goes high over the net. And it comes back out over here to the blue line to Ritchie. Ritchie finds Blair. Blair circles in front of his own bench. Now through the near faceoff circle. Takes another no-look shot that never made it through. Freeburg Waterloo putting on plenty of time in their offensive zone, though, here on this power play. That one never found anyone's stick. And then over on the far side, it is Glennon Bennett. He'll take over, and he'll send it all the way up the boards and all the way down the ice. That'll relieve some of that time. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Raging Bulldogs. Up across the center red line it goes. There is another penalty coming up, but this one's going to go against Blair for a high sticking call. So we'll be 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds, and then Collinsville will get themselves a power play, albeit for a minute 19 seconds. So Blair is in one penalty box, Andy Bennett in the other one, but Bennett only has 41 more seconds to sit there. Blair has 2 minutes at the most. Comes to the left of Bushy, won by Freeburg Waterloo. They try to send it up the ice, but it banks off of the boards the wrong way, and then Freeburg Waterloo gets it and sends it down the ice. Here is Denny. Denny will stop back behind his own net. 25 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4 situation here. Denny sends it up to Duffy. Duffy across the blue line. High slot, takes a shot right into the glove of Bushy. 15 seconds left to go in the penalty to Andy Bennett. And Collinsville will get a mini power play, if you will. They won't get all 2 minutes. They'll get about a minute 19. If they time things just right when Andy Bennett gets out of the box, maybe we can get a little breakaway going on here, huh? That puck shoved up the ice over onto the far side. Denny comes away with it. A couple of seconds left, and Andy Bennett will come out of the box. He's out now. A pass up to Bettis. Bettis comes across the center red line. Still has some steam. Tries to take a shot. That's off of the skates of one of the Raging Bulldog players. Bettis still with it. Gets a little shove from behind, and then sends a puck over to Denny. Denny, he'll take a shot. That's a save by Bushy. And it comes out. Collinsville stays with it. And another shot. That one goes well wide. Bettis will take over. 50 seconds left on the man advantage here for Collinsville. Here is Denny. Shoves it up front. No one there to send it home for the Kahawks, though. And Freeburg Waterloo will send it back through the neutral zone, and they'll kill some valuable time. 1 minute to go here in the second period. 40 seconds left to go in the man advantage here for Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up. Here is Duffy. Duffy, high slot, takes a shot, and it's a goal! Duffy gets a power play goal, his second goal of the night. And it is 5-2 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo with 51.8 seconds left to go here in the second. And Collinsville still alive in this one. Face off in the neutral zone, won by Freeburg Waterloo. Duffy with his second goal of the night. And the near side corner. Right in front of the Freeburg Waterloo bench. Picked up there by Andy Bennett. 30 seconds left to go here in this second period. Bennett gets it in between the skates of the Freeburg defender, but no one there. And now a shot and another goal. Oh boy, how about that? Collinsville not going away as Glennon Bennett will pick up his second goal of the year after picking up his first one Tuesday night against East Alton-Wood River. And just like that, it's 5-3. 23 seconds left to go here in the second. Well, that's the way to stay with it. Bennett, assisted by his brother Andy. 8.8 seconds to go here in this second period. Face-off will come out to Bushy's right. Once again, it's Bennett and Blair. Goes back behind the Freeburg Waterloo net, comes out here to this near side corner and through the neutral zone, and not enough time to do anything with it. That is the end of the second period. Collinsville gets a couple of key goals here in this period. As we get ready to head to the third period, we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Well, in case you didn't recognize that voice on that commercial, we just cut that commercial yesterday during our broadcasting club meeting, and that was young Miss Layla Hutchinson who voiced that Cold Herald and Herald Square commercial. She did a good job on that one, I think. All right, we're underway here in the third. 5-3 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo, so Collinsville has gotten themselves back into this game as they try to pour it on here in period number 3. Now, there is a 9 o'clock game scheduled, so once it starts getting a little bit late, they'll trim some time off of that clock so they can make sure that they get the next game in on time. You know, these 9 o'clock starts are not very inducive for kids in high school getting up and going to school the next day. Heck, I don't even like doing it the next day. Penalty coming up, and this one looks like it's going to go against Collinsville for a little boarding call, and it might go against Lincoln Duffy, unless they're just trying to make sure that Duffy doesn't retaliate. This is going to go against Freeburg Waterloo. Collinsville is going to get another power play, and they're already 1-for-1 with the man advantage here. Not sure who's in the penalty box. They have a number on his back, but no name, and I do not have a number 19 on my roster. Got a couple of jerseys like that here. One of them has paint or tape. It's electrical tape. That's back in the day. I used to do that. Face-off will come down to the left of Bushy, so Collinsville with the man advantage here. And a loose puck picked up by Freeburg Waterloo. They'll send it up the ice, and that'll end up going into the Freeburg Waterloo bench. Each team had 8 shots on goal in that second period, so a nice job by Collinsville to keep the shots a little low after Freeburg Waterloo put 15 shots on goal in the first. Here's a chance for Collinsville on the power play, but that shot was just a little bit off the mark there. I think it went off the heel of the stick of Lincoln Duffy. By the way, the son of the head coach, Craig Duffy. Got Heath Yaxis with us on the camera, the father of Ian. We appreciate him helping us out here as the Kahawks are on the power play for another minute 40 seconds, trying to get some shots on goal, but Freeburg Waterloo takes care of that one and will send it down the ice to chew up some of that man advantage time. 13 minutes left to go here in this third period. Here is Bennett. Glennon has a goal here tonight, back behind his own net, sends it up to the neutral zone for Duffy. Duffy skates around one defender, trying to get around another, leaves the puck for Andy Bennett, but that puck bounced over his stick, and Freeburg Waterloo ended up taking care of that. Radel, he'll leave the puck for Lee. Lee, back behind his net, puts on the brakes, head up the whole way. Looking for someone to pass it to as he moves up the ice, and he does so to Bennett. Here is Andy across the blue line, sends the puck over for Tanner Bettis. Bettis into the near face-off circle. Throws one back behind the net. Duffy takes care of it from there. He tries to center it to Bennett, who's standing in the slot. Couldn't get it there. Comes in, and Collinsville keeps it in at the blue line. Sent all the way around the boards and all the way down the ice. That'll take off some precious seconds from this Kahok power play. 40 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Collinsville, and the Kahawks will send that one all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing call. Can't do that when you have the power play. You can send it all the way down the ice when you're a man short and not have it be called an icing, but when you're the one that's up by a man, you can't do that. It's kind of frowned upon. Face-off will come out to Radel's left. Won by no one. I think somebody fell on top of that puck. Over here to the near side boards it comes out. Here is David Hearn. Hearn into the game for the first time tonight. And a puck into the zone. Bettis, he takes care of the bouncing puck, settles it down a bit, and then over in the far side face-off circle, he'll do a little circling and sends it right across the high slot. And David Hearn couldn't get his stick on it. Yaxtis keeps it in, and then Freeburg Waterloo will send it out. 5 seconds left to go in the power play, so Collinsville is not going to capitalize on this particular man advantage. And with 11:25 left, the Kahawks still down by 2. Here is Bennett over onto the far side. Up the boards it goes. Yaxtis, he couldn't control the puck. Sent into the defensive zone where it's picked up by Denny for Collinsville. He'll send it up the boards and into the neutral zone. Taken care of there by Anderson. Anderson. Back to the neutral zone it goes. Trying to find the stick of Griffin. Past him. Yaxis trying to chase it down. He was waiting for that hit, man. Could tell he was bracing for a hit that never came. That one goes into the glove of Radel. And the clock stopped with 10:50 left to play here in this third period. Face off this time to the left of Radel. And it'll be Duffy taking on Blair this time. Collinsville wins the face-off. Denny around the boards, up in front of his own bench, all the way around. That one goes. And it barely makes it across the in red line for an icing call, so we'll bring it back down here again for another face-off next to young Mr. Radel. I haven't gotten any updates on my phone here about the Blues game. Back to Ritchie at the blue line. He pokes it forward. And Denny comes away with it. Denny trying to get around Ritchie, or excuse me, Blair. He couldn't. Blair comes in front. Backhand shot. That one doesn't go in, and no goal. Wasn't sure for a moment. There was some bodies scrambling out front and couldn't see the puck after it popped up in the air. Vianney and Belleville will take to the ice next. And I was going to say, why do we have a, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 players. You can have 6 players on the ice, man. Denny's a little bit confused. Now we're back to action. Collinsville 1 for 2 on the power play. There's a shot. That's a routine save by Bushy. Into the corner it goes. Up these near side boards. Bennett couldn't hold it in. And Griffin will take over in the neutral zone to Blair. Blair crosses into the offensive zone. Takes a shot. That never made it. It was blocked out by Kyle Lee. And then Collinsville comes away with it. Duffy through some skates. Tries to feed Zagorski, but that one never did find Zagorski's stick, and it was on the opposite side of the red line. So another icing call against Collinsville. 9:53 left to play here in this third period. Looks like I see Addie Johnson over there, one of the Lady Kahok volleyball players here, taking in a little hockey. So that one sent all the way down the ice, and another icing call coming up. Collinsville has iced the puck 3 times in a row now. Nice contingent of students showing up here for both schools. It's funny how the students are sitting over there, and the parents are in the middle. It's like, we don't want to sit next to parents. They used to like us, and then they get older, and they're like, we know, whatever. I know, I've got an 18-year-old too. I know all about it. Here comes Bettis. Bettis across the blue line. Sends one through the legs of Reynolds. Bettis will go get his own puck back behind the net. Tries to send it back behind the net, but he whiffed on that pass attempt, and Loogie will send it to a teammate, and then it comes up to Reynolds here in the neutral zone, but not for very long. Preston Tillman takes over. He shoots it back into the offensive zone. Collinsville will make a little bit of a line change here. And Freeburg Waterloo sends the puck up. Wrong jersey, dude. Lee trying to chase it down before Freeburg Waterloo could get there. Lee got there and sends it up to Andy Bennett. Bennett sends it up the boards. And Whitaker trying to chase it down, but he won't beat the other guy there, and that is Braden Neff. Now a loose puck. Comes in front of the Raging Bulldogs bench. Denny picks it up in the neutral zone for Collinsville. Puts on the brakes, gets rid of a defender, and then Loogie, a nice poke check, but a return poke check will give Collinsville possession of the puck back once again through the neutral zone. They'll send it into the offensive zone, but there to pick it up is Braden Ritchie. Sends it over onto the far side, and they enter the zone, and a glove save by Radel will keep us right where we are. 8:25 left to play here in this third period. Kahawks being outshot 25-11. Got 2 games for you next week. Got a little bowling action for you Monday afternoon. Our first bowling match of the year, as Collinsville will hook up with Belleville East at Camelot Bowl. That's scheduled for a 3 o'clock start, so we'll be on just before that. And then we have another hockey game coming up for you on Tuesday of next week. It's one of those 9 o'clock starts against Highland. That puck never went into the net. Signal was never given by the ref. I think Freeburg Waterloo thought they scored and they didn't. As the Raging Bulldogs get the puck back up to Anderson. Puck goes all the way into the far side corner. Yaxis trying to chase it down. That puck ends up going back behind the Collinsville net. Centering pass, but that's picked off by Duffy, excuse me. And then sent back through the neutral zone. Again, back behind the Kahok net it goes, and a whistle will stop the action. Collinsville is the visiting team here tonight. These two teams will kind of play like a home-and-home series, if you will, as these two teams will face each other again Monday night at Granite City in a 7:30 start. And it'll be cold because it's at Granite City. It's outside. Face-off comes out to Bushy's left. And won by Collinsville. Here is Yaxis from the blue line. Takes a shot. Now it goes in. Oh, boy. Collinsville finds themselves down by 1 goal. Not sure if that was tipped in front. Standing in front of the net was Lincoln Duffy. Not sure if he tipped it in or if Yaxis is going to get credit for that one. I believe he is. Five to 4 in favor of Freeburg Waterloo. Don't count these Kahawks out yet. Puck in the neutral zone, picked up by Ritchie. There's still 7.5 minutes to go here in this third period. Here is Ritchie. He zigs and he zags and he's into the offensive zone. He'll send the puck up the near side boards and around the back of the Kahawk net it goes. Blair, he sends a backward pass there and he'll get the puck right back over in the far face-off circle. Yeah, they're going to give the goal to Yaxis. They're going to give Denny an assist. Puck in front of the Kahok net. That's a little dangerous. Collinsville gets it out of there. Here comes Duffy. Duffy gets pressured from behind by Blair. And a rolling puck will be shoved aside by Bushy. Taken by Anderson. Anderson will send one through the high slot area where it's picked up by Loogie. Loogie skates it through the neutral zone, and then it's tipped in by Blair. Unable to keep it in, though, were the Raging Bulldogs. And now Neff with it at the center red line. And it ends up going back behind the Kahok net once again. Here is Lee. Lee shows a little patience. Flips one up. Collinsville trying to track it down. Zamoroni trying to get there, but I don't think he's going to get there, and he doesn't. Over into the far side corner. Picked up by Andy Bennett, though. Bennett will go chase it down back behind the net. Throws a little wraparound shot, but that goes through the crease. And then it comes up here on this near side where it's picked up by Denny. Denny trying to put a shot on goal. He does, and a save by Bushy. And a little bump there by Andy Bennett, and that wasn't appreciated by Freeburg Waterloo's Braden Neff, and he shoves right back. 6:10 to play here in this third period. Close one, 5-4. 1 goal lead by Freeburg Waterloo. They got 4 of their 5 goals in the first. They picked up another one in the second. Collinsville scores 3 in the second period and 1 so far here in this third, excuse me. And now we have a timeout called, so we'll step aside for a brief moment as well. And we're back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back here at the McKendree Recplex in O'Fallon. Freeburg Waterloo 5, Collinsville 4. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in this third period. Alex Ovechkin, by the way, scores for the Washington Capitals, and the Blues still lead 3-1. That's in the second period. Here we are in the third period of this game. Here is Blair. He'll come down and get to the puck first. He'll try to center it to Burton, and that puck never made it. Nice pick up there by Duffy. Here comes Collinsville into the zone, looking for the equalizer. And a pass that never made it onto the stick. Here is Duffy with another try, sends it to the net. Trying to poke it in there is Bennett. He can't. Bettis turns around, takes a shot, and that's off of the pads of Bushy. And Collinsville still scrambling for the puck. They poke it, and it's going to be covered up by Bushy, and that'll draw the whistle as we got a little pushing and shoving going on in front of the Raging Bulldogs goaltender. 5:31 left to play here in this third period. It's 8:38. It's getting kind of late, so they're probably going to have to trim some time off of that clock if they want to get the Zamboni out here and get the ice resurfaced for the next game between Belleville and Vianney, but we'll find that out here real soon. Faceoff will come out to the left of Bushy. Won by Collinsville. Here is Denny with a shot. That one goes high over the net. Freeburg Waterloo gets the rebound, send it up the boards, out of the zone, comes through neutral ice. Glennon Bennett tries to backhand it to Bettis. Never made it that far, but Bennett gets it right back, and he'll send it through the neutral zone. And that is where he finds Eric Denny. Denny, he'll take one and shoot it toward the net. No chance for a tip in there by Duffy. And then up against the boards, one of the Freeburg Waterloo players falls down. Here is Andy Bennett, back behind the net, poked up front by Duffy. No one there. Duffy stays with it. He gets shoved from behind. Now a shot. Oh, that one is just off of the mark by Glennon Bennett. Rebound belongs to Andy Bennett. Over to his brother Glennon at the blue line. Glennon takes another shot. That's blocked out by the defense. And then staying with it was Glennon Bennett off of his skate for a moment. And all the way down the ice we go. And here is Andy Bennett. Bennett back behind his own net. 4:40 to go here in this third period. Over to Ritchie. for Freeburg Waterloo. They'll bank it off the glass. That was almost off the referee's noggin. Into the zone, and it comes back out. Collinsville takes over, a trip, and that's going to be a penalty. Collinsville is going to have another power play. As right now, Radel leaves for the extra attacker on a delayed call, and there's your call right there. And Collinsville is going to get their third power play of the night to try to get the equalizer here in this 5-4 game. Man, oh man, this has been fun. So now the Kahawks want to use their timeout and talk about things here for a moment, so we will step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud sponsor of your Collinsville Kahawks on the Kahawk Sports Network. For all of your investment needs, see Jason Regg at his Edward Jones office at 1008 Vandalia Street in Collinsville, or call Jason at 618-344-0252 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Welcome back to the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon. Referees took about 2.5 minutes off the clock so they can have enough time to get ready for the 9 o'clock game. So we have 2 minutes left in the third period, and Collinsville is going to be on the power play for the remainder of the period unless they can score. Kahawks win the faceoff. Down by a goal. Bettis sends it up into the far side corner for Bennett. Back to Bettis it goes. Back to the blue line for Glennon Bennett. Glennon sends it over to this side on the defense for Denny. Denny, he'll take a shot and a save and a goal! Oh, slapped in by Bettis over on the far side post, and Collinsville has tied this up. Referees are going to talk about it. I think the referee might have lost track of the puck and inadvertently blew the whistle before Bettis poked that one in with a backhand. So we're going to have a conversation here first before they allow this goal. No goal, the referee says. No goal. Man, oh man. Referee lost sight of the puck. He blew the whistle because he thought that Bushy had covered it up. Now he's going to go over and explain things to Coach Craig Duffy, and he'll tell him the same thing. I blew the whistle because I didn't see the puck. I thought it was covered up. Apparently it wasn't because Bettis backhanded that sucker right in the net, but it's not going to count. Man, tough break there for Collinsville. Still a minute 43 left to go in the game and on the power play. Faceoff will come out to Bushy's right. Duffy and Blair. Collinsville wins it. High slot. Denny takes it. He'll backhand it to the blue line for Glennon Bennett, who in turn gives it back to Bettis. Bettis comes in, takes a shot, rebound, and Waterloo will send it down the ice with 90 seconds left to go here in this third period. Radel. He'll send it onto the stick of Glennon Bennett. Bennett tries to send it up through the neutral zone, but Burton knocks that down with his stick, and then that'll just chew up time. That's exactly what he wanted to do. Here is Duffy. Duffy races across the center red line, comes into the offensive zone, and into the safe face-off circle, back behind the net. He'll stay with the puck from there. Looking for a little bit of help. To the blue line and Glennon Bennett. We're under a minute to go. Here is a chance for Collinsville. Wrap around, never made it in. And then it's sent out to the neutral zone by the Raging Bulldogs. It'll be tracked down by Duffy. And with 45 seconds left, Collinsville will make one attempt here on this power play rush. Here is Bettis. He comes in. Far side faceoff circle in front, takes a shot, saved by Bushy. Duffy loses a tire, and Freeburg Waterloo comes up with it, and they'll send it all the way down the ice. They've pulled the goalie, has Collinsville, so it's 6 attackers against 4 for the Kahawks. Kahawks will send it up. 25 seconds left with the empty net at the other end. Play clogged up into the neutral zone for now. Here is Duffy. He comes away with it. Into the offensive zone to Lee. Lee tries to take a one-timer shot. That never made it. Here is Tanner Bettis. Bettis, face-off circle. Shot and a goal! That one's going to count! Andy Bennett, with 10 seconds left, ties this thing up at 5. Man, oh man. .4 seconds left to go here in this third period, and the Kahawks have tied this thing all the way up from being down 4-0 in the first period. Never say die, Kahawks. There's a shot from long distance. That was on goal. 4 seconds left. Into the boards goes a couple of players, and that's going to do it. The buzzer will sound, and Collinsville ought to be very proud of themselves after being down 4-0 in the first period to come all the way back and end this thing in a 5-5 tie. Wow, that was pretty cool. What do you think? There you go.
That was really exciting.
That is our young, I figured I'd get her on the microphone at least once before we get out of here. Kylie Keekley, her boyfriend, by the way, is on this team, David Hearn, so she enjoyed this game. He didn't get much action, but you enjoyed it anyway, didn't you?
He had some in the first quarter and then some in the end, so, well.
So I know you came into this thing, you say, I don't really know much about hockey.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, it's very fast-paced and it's very confusing.
It is.
It's really like soccer. I realized that.
You ever been to a Blues game?
No.
No, you need to do that too.
It was my first hockey game a week ago. So.
Yeah. Well, stick with it, and you'll enjoy it, and you'll become a lifelong fan.
Yep.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you learned some stuff.
Yep.
All right, thank you. That is one of the Kahok Broadcasting Club participants, young Miss Kylie Keekley. And we thank her for hanging out with us. We thank Heath Yaktis for joining us on the camera. And that's going to do it for us, man. My voice is about shot after this game. 5-5, our final score, as the Collinsville Kahawks come all the way back from a 4-0 deficit to tie this thing up and at least get a point out of this thing. These two teams will be back at it on Monday. Real shame I'm not going to be there to watch that one. I got bowling in the afternoon, so these two teams will hook up at Granite City on Monday night at 7:30. Our next broadcast will come your way Monday afternoon, as I mentioned. It'll be boys bowling action as your Collinsville Kahawks play host to the Belleville East Lancers. That'll be Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Camelot Bowl. So, a big thank you to everybody involved. For Kylie, for Heath, my name is Todd Duke. Everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.